Hey everybody, and welcome to Meals with Melissa, where I come up with healthier options of things that you love to eat. Now tonight we're gonna make an option of cashew chicken that is keto friendly. Now the great thing is, most people eat chicken, but sometimes we don't know what to do with it. So I don't know about you, but I like to have a lot of options. So tonight we're gonna make a super simple recipe because I don't do complicated. So the first thing that we're gonna do, I'm heating up my pan. I need to toast my almonds. So I've got about a quarter cup of almonds that I'm gonna throw in here, and I'm just gonna toast them in my pan until they're just nice and lightly brown. So I'm gonna throw these in here. And just scooch them around. I don't want them to burn. I just want them to be nice and lightly toasted. So, find something to use on here. And that'll work. All right, so I'm just gonna move those around. Now once that's done, I wanna heat up my chicken, so I'm gonna increase my my pan to a little bit higher heat. This is a low heat. Meanwhile, while that's working, I'm actually gonna make the sauce. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some garlic chili sauce. Now here's the fun thing about this. You're a little hard to find without sugar, but I did find a brand, and I'm not gonna say this right, but it's like Hui Fong, that contains no sugar, and the ingredients are actually really decent. They're really clean. So I'm gonna take, gotta make sure I get this right, 1 tablespoon of this. Now, it's a little spicy, so if you need something a little more mild, do about half the amount. If you want something a little spicy, you can actually add a little bit to it, but I'm gonna do the recipe with the 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna throw that in my bowl. Just work on making the sauce right now. All right, so to that, I'm going to add some minced garlic. Let me grab that out of the fridge. Now, I love the fact that I get it already minced because not that I can't mince my garlic, I just don't want to. So, to do that, I'm going to add let's make sure I get this right. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Aside. There we go. Mix this as I go. All right, I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of, make sure I've got it all here, sesame oil. Now, interestingly, I had some on hand, so I didn't actually have to buy any today. A lot of times I look through the recipe, and the first thing I do is make sure that I have something that will work as the ingredient before I purchase anything, because you don't want to have a bunch of stuff you're not going to use. All right, so 2 teaspoons of the sesame oil. All right, I'm also going to add a little bit of ground ginger. And it is here. So I get some at my local store, and whenever I need something that's small, like a spice or something like that, we do about 1 teaspoon. All right, of ginger. Ground ginger, we're gonna throw that in there as well. I can already smell the garlic, and I love garlic, so that's awesome. All right, a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. I'm gonna hold off on that for a minute. Check on my cashews. They're getting there. So we're gonna throw those aside. All right, and I'll turn up the heat so that we can cook the chicken. Now, I've already cut the chicken into chunks, about 1.5 pounds. We're gonna throw some avocado oil in there, about 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna eyeball it. And if I could get the lid off. There we go. Got that. All right, turn up that heat a little bit more. I'm gonna add the chicken to that and get that cooking. Again, most people will eat chicken, they just get tired of it. And who wants just chicken and rice? That doesn't even sound good to me. Put a little bit of flavor with it, and again, these ingredients are really decent. So if you're looking for clean, whole ingredients, that's your best bet. All right, get that cooking. All right. Set that aside for a second. We're going to be adding a little bit of green pepper, some white onion, and some green onion, which shallots, same thing, to our recipe here in just a second. So we're gonna cook this till it's all the way through. And that's gonna take just a little bit here. All right. And of course, don't overcook your chicken because you don't want it rubbery. Now, because I'm actually adding the sauce to this after they're cooked, you can use any sort of sauce, any sort of recipe. We like to cook chicken ahead at my house and then add the flavoring after the fact so we can use it for different options. You could use some sugar-free barbecue sauce. I know that the brand GQ's is a pretty decent one. They also carry a lot of marinades as well as a teriyaki sauce. So if you like stir fry, it's not a bad option. All right, getting this all cooked. Now, while that's cooking, you know, I do get my very best ideas from you. So if you have a recipe that you'd like to share, now it can't be complicated. If it has too many ingredients, most people don't even know how to cook. So if we make it simple, it's more likely that people are going to be able to eat clean. So if you have a recipe you'd like to share, make sure you leave a comment down below or message me directly at Facebook Messenger. Now, you can also hop onto my channel on YouTube, find all these videos and recipes that I do, and copy them at your leisure. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and the subscribe button so you can see all the ones coming up. All right, cooking fast. Now, really quickly, before this is done, make sure that you're using the right kind of oil when you're doing your cooking. If you're using vegetable oil or canola oil, understand that those are not your best options. Those are actually processed with chemicals. So if you want something that works best, this is avocado oil. It actually has a really great flavor. We also use macadamia nut oil. Some olive oil, it's just not really great for high temperature cooking. We also use a lot of coconut oil at my house. All right. So this is going to need to cook for a couple more minutes. I'm going to grab a bowl so I'm ready to serve. All right, once that's done, okay, we're going to throw in some of the chopped onion, about 1 full onion chopped. Depends on how many people you're making this for. I like to do a lot of individual portions so that I'm not wasting ingredients. I'm also putting in some chopped pepper. And again, I've got some chopped green onion ready for the end. Today I have an audience as well, so lots of fun in the background. All right. All right. They're almost cooked all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to throw the pepper in there and the onion and get those heating. I'm most excited about the garlic. Just make sure whoever you're kissing is eating garlic as well. All right. There we go. All right. So cook those for a couple more minutes. You actually want the vegetables to be a little opaque, right? Heated, steamed. It'll take just a second. All right. So to that, I'm going to add, now this recipe calls for liquid aminos, which normally I have on hand, but today I'm going to use soy sauce. Not my favorite, but they have about the same flavor profile. So I'm going to add, make sure I get this right, 3 tablespoons right to my pan. And yes, I know I'm doing quick pour. There we go. All right, just checking my recipe. All right, I'm also going to add the cashews that we toasted. Ready to go. Get those mixed. Make sure you get the flavor all over all the ingredients. It actually smells really good. Okay, I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. Again, something I actually had in the house, which sometimes I wonder. All right, add a little bit of that. I'm gonna make sure all the ingredients are heated up and coating all the chicken. Perfect. All right, now you're gonna cook it for a few minutes until it thickens, and then at the very last minute, you wanna add some sesame seeds and some green onion to make it pretty. And I'll include a picture down below so you can see what the final product looks like. So, try it out, let me know what you think. If it worked out for you, for your family, I always know that it works if I feed my family and they'll actually eat it. It's a great recipe. So have an incredible holiday, you guys, and we'll see you next time.